Hello, welcome to Stuck in the House 10. Two cameras, both alike and magical, so similar at making what is seen. From ancient film to camera digital, is modern better than what has been? Ooh, what do you think? Oh, sorry, with apologies to Shakespeare. That was the corrupted version of Romeo and Juliet, first four lines. So I just wanted to briefly look at two cameras that are similar. It's interesting, the brand new Fuji X-T4 looks very similar to the 43-year-old, what is it, ST705 Fujica. You can see where they got their ideas from. How are they similar and how are they different? Let's have a look. Let's look at the differences between the two. So we'll start with the film camera. Obviously, there are some big differences. This is a solid bit of engineering. It's heavy, it's metal. But I'm going to focus on the key features. Firstly, it's mechanical. Nearly everything in it moves. There's very little electronics. There's only one bit of electronics, which is through the light meter. It's also a single lens reflex camera, which means the mirror comes up to expose the film at the back to light. The main other differences sort of are internal, are technical, to do with the shutter speed and flash. I'm not going to centre on those now. I'm going to look at the main differences, which are, obviously, you cannot see what you have just created. There are only 24 to 36 exposures available on any one film that you put in the camera. It's usually, and this one is, a manual focus lens, no autofocus. And also the ISO is set on the top when you put the film in to match the exposure of the film. Okay, that's the film camera. Digital, here it is. Retro on the outside, high-tech on the inside. Very advanced. Including, of course, not just stills, but video, and high-quality video as well. I'm not going to go into all the technical advanced features. I'd be here all day. That isn't this video. I want to focus on those main differences. Obviously, a big screen, in this case, like this. It can be seen like that, and you can actually turn it to be off a bit like the film camera, which I'll come back to in a minute. Exposures wise, you're not limited obviously to 24 or 36. You can fit as many on as your SD card can take. Hundreds and hundreds per card. It's autofocus. It's even got an internal in-body image stabilization system. So you've got shaky hands, the pictures won't be so shaky. But the other main difference is the ISO, which is also set on the top, but isn't limited by the film, like a film camera. It goes up to 12,800. So, one of the things I wanted to look at, the thing I wanted to look at, was how you can turn your digital camera into a film camera, and why you might want to do that. So, if you turn your digital camera into a film camera, and I'm going to talk about how that happens, you will slow down. If you slow down, you'll see more. If you see more, you'll create more interesting photos. It's simple, really. Also, if you limit the number of exposures you can take, that will in turn slow you down and make you pay attention to each particular photo, knowing you only have 24. So, how do you do that? Firstly, you turn the screen off turn it around in my case. Other cameras, you can just turn them off in the menu system. Worst comes to worst, you could stick something over it, a little bit of card, so that you can't see the screen. And then you only compose through the viewfinder, just like a film camera. You limit the number of exposures that you are allowing yourself to take to, for example, 24. You could keep count by having 24 nuts or seeds, and you eat one each time you take a photo or you throw it away. Use little stones as well, one pocket to the next, etc. 24 exposures. And you set the ISO for the day, for the weather. For example, today, lovely blue sky day, very bright, ISO 100 or 200 for the day. And you go out and you create 24 photos without looking at the screen. So no review, no deleting, only 24 shots. This will slow you right down. So if you go into a particular location you like, set yourself a target of creating 24 photos and wander around with your lens also in manual focus, which will also slow you down. Slow photography equals more creative photography. Okay. So, if you want to know more about this, then have a look at my last 2 blog posts, which are headed 24 photos. There's a photo activity called 24 photos, and there's a little write-up of my 24 photos photo shoot with this camera using the film technique. Okay, do have a go and post your photos in the Facebook group. There's links on the blog, or just do it for yourself and see how slow photography can be creative photography. Bye for now.